Hey you guys, I just got back from a business trip and there is snow on the ground. The snow has beaten me to getting my car into storage. Hopefully it's not going to stay for very long. I don't know if you can see, but I landed back in Minneapolis today and when I left this morning, there wasn't any snow on the ground, and I thought this weekend is the weekend I'm going to get to do the oil and get my car into storage. And as I was landing back in Minneapolis today, here it is. And I just went out for dinner with some friends, and I drove the car home from the airport, went to dinner. First time I've ever driven the car in these kind of conditions, and it was pretty scary actually. There were a couple of junctions where I was coming up to a stop sign and the car wouldn't stop, and then trying to take away in first and second gear away from the stop sign. Again, pretty difficult to keep the car under control. Rear wheel drive, not the Carrera 4 that I had last time. So this weekend, I have got to get the tires done. I've got to get the oil changed, and I've got to get this thing into storage because today was like a little bit fun, but it was more scary than fun. I haven't got winter tires on it either, so it's time. Morning guys, well winter is here and I didn't get my car into storage before the snow hit the ground, but thankfully, if you can see, I think it's going to probably melt straight away. It's pretty bright. Yeah, I mean, it's not that much, but it's enough to tell me that I better get my act together and get this car into storage. So today, I've got the whole day to myself, which is awesome, so I just get to work on the car. I'm going to try and do the oil. I need to clean the interior, make it completely spotless, and then I need to try and figure out how to wash it. If it's gonna stay like it is right now, maybe I can wash it on my driveway and then bring it inside to give it a good wax. But if it snows again, I'm buggered. All right, well, thanks for watching. In this video, I'm gonna do the oil change, and then I'm gonna do the other jobs in different videos, so stay tuned. Okay guys, well let's start with what I'm going to be using. Here are all the things that I need to change the oil. Of course, I need oil, and so I'm using the Mobil 1 0 to 40 weight. Loads of debate online about which one's the best. Generally it seems, and Porsche even recommend, this is the one to use, fully synthetic. The oil's going to drain out into that pan. I'm then going to siphon it and put it into this storage container, and then I'm going to go down to my local dealership, my local auto store, and recycle the oil. I need a new screw. I forgot the name of this now off the top of my head. I've got a new washer. This, you know, was maybe $2 or $3, super cheap. And then I got my oil filters. Last time for the 996, I used the MAN filter here. I've also heard good things about this K&N Pro Series oil filter. It's supposed to improve oil flow, you know, somehow improve performance. I don't know. But I'm going to give it a go this time. It was a little more expensive than the MAN. Both of them come with a new rubber O-ring to go around the housing underneath the car, which you take off and put the oil filter back in. And then the other thing I need is an absolute crap load of rubber gloves. Ideally, when you do an oil change, the car needs to be at operating temperature, or the engine needs to be at operating temperature, so the oil is highly viscous and fluid, and it's going to drain out fully. The challenge I've got is I tried to take the car for a quick drive this morning, and its arse was all over the place. I could barely get out of my drive. So I've had it sat here for about 10-15 minutes just idling, trying my best not to get carbon monoxide poisoning. But yeah, once the car's in operating temperature, I can then change the oil.
disappearing all night. I don't wanna know where he's been lying. I know what I wanna do. Wanna run away with you. Gonna grab clothes, 6 in the morning. Oh.
Yeah. Seen my dad cry, cold as stone in the kitchen light. I tell you it's about time, but I was raised to keep quiet. And this is what I'm gonna do. Gonna run away, gonna make that move. Gonna grab clothes, and when it's morning. And this is also going to release some oil, so just got to make sure the pan's underneath it. Cool. And just pull out the old oil filter. And there's actually a little spot for it here to rest in the pan, which is pretty clever. I just need to move it along. Magic. So here's something fun and actually quite necessary to do. Is inspect the oil filter. So I'm going to cut off each end and I'm going to pull it off and open it up like an accordion, and it's going to show me if there's any potential indicators of upcoming engine problems. So folks with the M96 engine, you 996 owners who've got the Carreras, and the 997 first gen owners like me, we should be looking for little specks of black plastic, which could indicate the RMS seal is going, and that's pretty expensive, but it's not, you know, it's pretty bad if it goes on you. But the one everybody famous one, the IMS bearing failure, if that's going, then chances are you'll see pieces of metal inside. Here we go. I don't know if you can see this. Let me just bring it closer. I'm pulling it apart, and so far nothing. One tiny little, let me see that? One tiny little fleck of something. One tiny little piece of plastic and one tiny little shiny, barely shiny object. I mean, that's basically it. This is, I think this is pretty clean. That just sits in nicely, and hopefully it's not going to fall out and go onto my my drain pan. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Wrong way. What did I just say? Alright, I got a couple of clicks, so that is good to go. Okay, now for the drain plug itself, and I need 37 foot-pounds of torque. Okay guys, last bit of fun. I got to put the oil in. 8.7 quarts of Mobil 1. This is 5, and I've marked off another 3.7 on this. I've got my funnel. What I like to do now after changing the oil is just to leave the car for at least a couple of hours and let it settle. Let the oil get to where it needs to get. I know you can go to the dealerships and they'll change your oil and they'll get you out on the road in half an hour. But because I'm not an expert, I just want everything to settle, and I'm going to check the oil levels and see what the dash tells me in here. Okay, so it's telling me oil level is full, which obviously is great. I actually put a little less than 8.7 in, maybe 8.6, just to see what the oil filter would tell me, or the oil reader would tell me. I'm now going to do it the old-fashioned way and take a look at the dipstick and see what that has to say. But I'm sure I'm good. Again, I just want to take this extra precaution. So thanks for watching. This has been my oil change video for my 997. I've still got quite a bit of time left today, so next up, while I let the oil settle, I'm going to clean the interior. Alright guys, see you next time. Bye.
There's nothing to say 'cause he knows I'll just run away.